Welcome, it's Senior Runner here, and today I want to talk to you about my 3Ps of running, especially for senior runners, of course. Now, the first one was brought to me really because of certain people, or a certain person I met in the gym insisted that he wasn't going to improve his posture and he wasn't going to improve his arm swing. The problem was that he was hitting the ground wrong, he was overstretching, he was going to get so much incorrect stresses in his ankles and his knees, is probably going to do more damage than good. And the main thing here is posture, the first P. Make sure that posture is at least being watched. At least you're trying to get the best out of it that you can. And the reason is just because of that. If you start overreaching, if you start underreaching and doing the bunny hop, the stresses are starting to become a little bit different, and you're going to possibly injure yourself more than what you have to. A nice posture gives you a nice posture leading to a nice organized, better performance in your running will lower your chances, your risk of injury. So posture is the first one. The second one is your performance. My performance, I measure that based on am I getting any worse? I'm a senior runner. I want to make sure that I try at least to maintain my abilities, and I try and maintain my speed, the distance I can travel, the speed I can go, how long can I sprint for. That's my performance. What's your performance? It might be totally different. But what I want you to think about it with the second P is, are you actually looking at it? Are you trying to maintain that quick look, even if it's a once every 3 or 4 runs? It's good to just sit back, have a look at the performance that you're on at the minute, and think, can I see a trend here? Am I getting slowly improving? Am I slowly getting worse? Or am I on a nice level? For me, I want to be on a nice level. You might be right at the beginning of this senior running moment, right at the sort of mid 40s, perhaps. If you're 40-year-old and 45, you may still be wanting, and quite possibly wanting, to gently increase your speed or increase your performances. In which case, your performance levels that you're looking for are a nice improvement. So whatever you're looking for, I would always say try and make sure you look at your performance and you're trying to judge it. Look at the data, because if it goes the opposite way to what you're thinking you're wanting, then if you're constantly looking at it, I'd say every 3 or 4 runs, you can at least then see the trending over the last 4, 5, 6 runs and think, no, I need to do something about this. What do I think's wrong? Is it just the weather? Yep. Do I go inside? Do I go to the gym and do it in there? Is it the fact that I'm just feeling a little bit run down, or the energy isn't just not there? Is there something? Can I take a little bit of a break, a little bit of a rest, and recuperate? Work out what the possible solution is and what the possible cause is, and try and put as much right as you can. I'm going to say put it right, but sometimes you can't put it right. Sometimes you can just make the best of a bad situation and improve it as far as you can. So that's the second P. So we've got posture, we've got performance. What's the third P? It's practicality. Practical. Be practical, especially when you're in the senior running element. Too many of us I've seen going out there looking absolutely spankingly hot, but it's just not practical. You've got the wrong clothes. You've got the summer clothes on. It's snowing outside, but you look good. I feel good in this. Not practical, is it, guys? I actually saw somebody in the gym, a senior runner. He was running in his slippers. No kidding. I had to tell one of the gym people. In fact, I told my trainer, I passed him on the way out. I said, "Look, there's a guy in there. No guy is running in his. He's on the treadmill in his slippers." Oh God, I'll have a look at him. We've got to be practical. We could. I mean, running on a treadmill. at about 65, 70 years old, this guy, in his slippers, and you're thinking, A, how's he got in? And B, what damage is he going to go do tripping up over his slippers as he's running? No, let's be honest. And the worst one, just before we move on there, is wearing something in summer or winter, to come to think of it, that is going to soak up the water like normal cotton or wool. And that's just going to cling against you, and it's going to cause lots of friction. It's going to cause lots of skin damage, and you're going to be sore as heck afterwards. And it's just going to cause so much pain. It's not worth it. So do be careful about what you're wearing. Make sure it's absolutely practical for what you're doing out there. Too many times, like I say, I see the older people like me thinking, oh, yeah, but I do look good, don't I? And it's great to look good. It really is. I do condone going out there looking good. However, if it's not practical, do think about it a second time before you go out there, because you can hurt yourself a lot too much when you don't have to. So that's my 3 P's. Be practical. Yeah, that's probably a very good one. Going backwards, of course, performance. Make sure you're checking up on your performance. And the first one we looked at, just make sure that posture doesn't have to be perfect. We can't all get the thing perfect, can we? Quite often, I start off with the best intentions and I go back downhill a little bit. As long as we're just keeping track on it and thinking, yeah, I'm not too far away. I'm okay. Trying to look at it as you're running usually, because we're not really trying to try any targets usually, unless you're sort of 40-year-old senior runner. So do go out there, enjoy yourself, and remember, senior runners, 3 P's.